Hi, welcome into today's CAD lesson. In today's exercise, we would be modeling this mountain bracket. This is how we want to tackle this project. First of all, we would extrude this flange part. We would extrude that from the top plane. We would then use the revolve command to create these raised parts you see, and then we would later create the cutout in there, just like you see it. If you would have any comments, questions, or concerns, kindly leave them in the comment section. I will respond to them as soon as possible. Let's jump into today's exercise. To begin with, let's get a worksheet. I'll do that by typing Ctrl+N or the new icon up here. And then here under the template, we want to work in metric, which is in millimeters. So under the part create 2D and 3D objects, we will select the last option here, the standard mm.ipt sheet template, and hit create. There we have our worksheet. Now we can begin to create this model. Let's pick the 2D sketch command. And since we want to extrude from the top plane, we would select the top plane to create our sketch on. Now let's see the orientation of the top plane. I would want to turn it around this way so I can read the top from the left to the right. You can use these little arrows for that purpose. Now let's pick the circle command. Before we do that, I would like to change the background of this. So let's go into tools and then application options. Let's go into colors. And here, if you want to change the theme you have here from black to white, you can just do that here. So you drop down and pick the light, but I would maintain the dark. Now let me open this up so we get to see more options. Also in canvas color scheme, I want to change that from presentation to light, and let's hit apply. Let's close this. Now I can go ahead and pick the circle command and draw the circle from the origin. Let's draw a circle of diameter 250, that is 250. Let's enter. We will draw another one also of diameter 200. Let's enter that as well. Next, what we want to do is to change the second circle we drew to constructional. So just right click and OK, or you can press escape to get off that command. Now let's select this circle and make it constructional. Next, we'll pick the circle command again. Let's draw a circle here. The diameter of this circle is 23. I'll enter that in the dynamic input box and press enter. And what I want to do is to apply a constraint. So let's do the horizontal one between this point here. Not that, just right click OK, sorry. Let's rather pick the vertical constraint command and apply it between this midpoint of the circle and the center point of the larger circles, that is the origin. Also, we want to make coincident the center point of the circle with this constructional circle we drew. That will constrain the sketch. You can right click and then OK to get off that command. Next, we want to create multiples of the circle. To do that, we can use the circular pattern command since we want to pattern the circle around a circle. Let's pick that command. It is here under the pattern group. I will select that. Here we have to pick the geometry we want to create the circular pattern of, which is going to be the 23 diameter circle. The axis, we want that to go around. Let's highlight that and select this circle. We want to go around that axis. How many of that do we want, which is the count? We want 8 of them, so I'll type that here. And we want that to be equally spaced around a 360-degree angle, so I would maintain this. The preview is fine. Let's go OK. Now this sketch is ready. Let's finish it. And what we want to do is to extrude. So the extrude command, let's select this to extrude. The distance of that extrusion is 12.5. I'll enter that here. The direction is default, which is OK. And then the profile is what we selected. The sketch plane we want to extrude from will be selected by default. We don't want to change the body name. The preview is fine. Let's OK. We want to use the revolve command for the next feature. To revolve, we need the axis of revolution. Now let me open up the origins and make visible the y-axis. So just like that, there we have it, very little right there. We want to draw a profile in such a way that it would go around that particular axis here. Now let's select the plane we would create that profile on. which is going to be, let's see, the XY plane. We can even do the YZ plane. Let's select that and create a sketch on there. Now let's pick the line command and begin to draw this profile and tool. From here, we'll draw a horizontal line. Let's draw a vertical. We would slant that a little. Let me pan down and draw a vertical line again. Okay, so we would do this way. Just watch what I am doing and recreate this same profile. You can right click and OK to get off the line command. Now let's put some constraints before we dimension. And so let's make equal this vertical line, and this vertical line would also make equal this and that. Also, let's see what next we can do. Let's put coincidence between this midpoint and this very line. There we have it. Now we can dimension. So the dimension command, the length of this line is supposed to be 28. Let me specify that and enter. Also, the length of this line is 35. Let me click and enter that dimension. Also, this length is 225. Great. Now let's also specify another dimension, which is going to be between this point here and let's see the midpoint here. That should be 72.5. Let's enter that. Okay, now we'll put an angle between this line and that. That is going to be 135. Let's do same between this and that. So you can just click and pick this dimension. Let's check. Okay, what else do we have to specify? Let's see. It says here we need one more dimension so that this sketch is going to be constrained. If you are in doubt, what I do most of the time is to use this option here, automatic dimension. Here it wants to specify the dimension or a constraint to constrain the sketch, but I just want to specify a dimension. That is that one dimension that is required so the sketch can be constrained. Let me apply and see what that is. Okay, it is the thickness of this, so I would remove and close this. Let me do that manually. So dimension this and that as 12.5, and let's enter. Now our sketch is fully constrained. We would revolve. We need the axis of revolution. Let's finish this. Okay, now we would revolve. The profile is selected. The axis we want to go around is going to be this axis we made visible, which is the y-axis. There we see our preview. It is exactly what we want. Let's OK. Great. Now let's turn off the visibility of the y-axis. Awesome. We are ready now to create some cutout. We would need the profile we want to cut out. So for the first profile, this is how we would go about that. Let's select the XY plane and create the sketch we want to cut out from there. Let me slice by using this option here, slice graphics, so I see the plane I am creating the sketch on. Now let's pick the rectangle command, and so there I have it. Let me draw a rectangle from this line here all the way down here. You can right click, OK. Make sure you lock the first point and the last point on the two lines you want to use as reference. Now we will dimension the distance between these two lines as 87.5, I beg your pardon. And let's put a constraint, and so the vertical constraint between the midpoint of this rectangle, and so there I have it here, and the origin. You can right click, OK, that should constrain the sketch. Let's finish this and we are ready to extrude. And so the extrude command, let's go through this together. The profile we want to extrude has been automatically selected. The plane we want to extrude from is the plane we created the sketch on. The behavior, let's make that symmetric, so choose the third option. And the distance we want that extrusion to be, we will define that by this option here that says through all, so that it goes through the entire model we have. Now for the output, the boolean, we want to choose a cut because we want to remove material. Let's inspect what we've done. Great. Now before we move any further, let's make a little correction. And to click on the plus sign next to the revolution, the sketch for which that revolution was created from, double click on that. Now we want to change this dimension here from 72.5 to 80. So just double click on it and change that to 80 and check. Now we can finish this. This is a good way to learn how we can edit our features once they have been created. Now we can move on. We want to create another cutout. Let's draw the profile for that. The profile is going to be extruded from the YZ plane for that cutout. So I will select that option and choose create sketch on there. Now what I want to do next is to slice so I see that plane. Okay, next we would pick the line command from this point here. So make sure you find that point, this very one. No, not that. From this one we see here, just click, let's draw a vertical line. This much is fine, so I'll drop that here. You can right click and then restart. You do same on the opposite side. So from this point here we will draw another vertical line. So there we go. Let's right click and okay, we will make equal these two lines we just drew. Okay, next what we want to do is to put an arc. So the arc command, let's put an arc between this point, and let's coincide that here. You can right click and then okay, and dimension. Let's see the dimension we can give to this. Let's do 75 and enter that. Okay, let's also rather make coincidence here, this point and this one. There we have our sketch constraint. Also we want to project some geometry, so the project geometry command, let's project this line. We would also project this. Let's project this as well. Would also project this. Let's project this line and also that. Now we are ready to extrude cut. So finish this sketch. Let's select the extrude command. The profile we want to cut out will be this and that. The boolean is a cut. The direction should be symmetric. The distance of that cut, we want to define that with the through all option. There we have a preview. It looks fine, and so we go ahead and okay. So there we go. That has been nicely done. Now the final cutout, which are going to be those holes on this face. Let's pick a plane we want to extrude those holes from. That is going to be the YZ plane. So I'll select that. Let's create a sketch on there. Let's slice so we see that plane and draw the circle. So the circle command, let's draw the circle here. The diameter of this circle is 75. I would enter that. Let's also dimension the distance between this point here and this line as 225. We would enter that. We would also put a vertical constraint between the center point of the circle and the origin. That should fully constrain the sketch. Now we are ready to extrude cut, so we'll finish the sketch. The extrude command, let's go through. The profile has been automatically selected. The plane we want to extrude from, also the direction is what we want to change to symmetric. The distance of that extrusion should go through all, so we'll choose this option. The boolean should be a cut. Let's okay. So now there we have our model that has been nicely and neatly done. We would inspect. Okay, let's change the appearance of this. So drop down this default appearance option. Let's change that to galvanized. We would also go into view. Let's add some shadows we can also add some reflections. And then for the lightning effect, let's see, maybe photo booth or default light is fine. And then also we want to change the background from light to presentation. So that is it for this tutorial. I hope you find this helpful. Kindly consider subscribing if you're yet to do that. Also give me a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm notice this video and push it out to a lot more people. Kindly drop your concerns, your comments, and your questions in the comment section. I would respond to them as soon as possible. Don't forget to share this with your CAD friends and also save this. I'll see you soon in the next tutorial. Bye.